One of the signs that you're fluent in a language is that you're able to say one thing in more than one way. For example, as a non-native but pretty advanced, I would say, English speaker, I can say, how are you? How is it going? How you doing? How have you been? What's up? Which are more ways than a beginner English student could say. They're probably still at how are you, like I was for a long time when I first started learning English. So, if you want to do something like this, but in Spanish, watch this video until the end. Hola amigos! Welcome to a new video. This is Maria, your Spanish teacher, and today I'll be teaching you about 17 or more ways you can ask someone how they're doing in Spanish. Of course, you already know the classic ¿Cómo estás?, which is literally how are you in Spanish. You can use this with anyone in any situation. You can use this one in formal situations. ¿Qué más? This is the equivalent to what's up in English. Casual, informal, ideal to use with friends or family. ¿Cómo vas? It means how is it going? And it's very common. You use this one with people you already know. You could use it with someone you just met, but I don't think it's common. ¿Cómo te ha ido? How has it been going? This sounds weird in English. This is common to use when you're talking to someone you know, maybe a friend or an acquaintance, but you haven't seen each other for a while and you want to ask how their life is going. Another one for this scenario is ¿Cómo va todo?, which translates to how's everything going. If you haven't seen the person you're talking to in what feels like forever, you can say Tiempo sin verte, ¿cómo has estado? Tiempo sin verte, ¿cómo has estado? Long time no see, how have you been? You can also say, ¿Cómo has estado? Hace rato que no te veía. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. And you can just say, ¿Cómo has estado? How have you been? In this one or other scenarios. If you want to find out what's going on with the person's life, getting a little more information than the classic bien y tú, you can ask, ¿Qué me cuentas? It could be translated as something like, what do you say? Or what do you tell? ¿Qué me cuentas? Or you can ask, ¿Qué hay de nuevo? What's new? We also have, ¿Qué ha pasado? What has happened? And this will help us let the person we're talking to know that we want to know more information on what has been going on with their lives. The other person may respond to these questions like todo bien, all good, or ahí vamos. Ahí vamos translates to there we go, and it's something you say when you're not at your best and not exactly bad. It's like life happens and you're going through it. Also, todo ha estado bien, everything has been good, or just bien, good. There are multiple answers to these questions depending on the context. It's important to pay attention to the context when greeting people. For example, if you're greeting someone from your family or one of your friends, you want to know details of what's going on with their lives. So you can ask specific questions such as, ¿Cómo va el trabajo? How's your job going? And the other person may say, no me quejo, can't complain. Súper bien, super good. No muy bien, not so good. Quiero renunciar, I want to quit. Or, lo importante es que hay trabajo. The important thing is that there is work. It translates to that. In a big part of the Spanish-speaking world, there is a difficult employment situation. So you might hear this phrase, which is what people say when they're not entirely happy at their jobs and want to see the situation from a positive perspective. ¿Cómo está tu familia? How's your family? Excelente, gracias. Excellent, thank you. Or están todos muy bien. They're all very good. ¿Y la tuya and yours? Another phrase is ¿Cómo van las cosas? O ¿Cómo van tus cosas? How are things going? Or how are your things going? Looking for the person to give you a general look of how they're doing in different aspects of their life. They may say something like, bueno, todo bien, trabajando, estoy montando mi propia empresa, inicié un nuevo trabajo, los niños están creciendo rápido, yo qué sé. When you meet the people you see often, they want to feel listened because it's nice to be listened to, especially by the people who you care about. So you can ask them about specific things they might have told you the last time you saw each other. For example, if a friend told you she moved to a new house or apartment, you can ask, ¿Qué tal tu nueva casa? How's your new house? Or, ¿Qué tal tu nuevo apartamento? How's your new apartment? Or, ¿Cómo va todo desde que te mudaste? How's everything going since you moved? And see, we're using ¿Cómo va todo and adding a specific thing the person told us about, letting them know you listened to them. And this trick can help you personalize your greetings according to the person you're talking to. ¿Cómo vas con tu perro? How is it going with your dog? ¿Cómo vas con tu gato? How is it going with your cat? ¿Cómo vas con los niños? How is it going with your kids? In this scenario, you can shorten these questions like ¿Y tu perro? And your dog. ¿Y tu gato? And your cat. ¿Y los niños? And the kids. So you just use y and then that thing you want to ask about. ¿Qué tal tu día? How is your day? This one is good for the end of the day if maybe someone came home, or you can even use it texting. Actually, all of the other questions we have seen previously can be used through text too. Except maybe the one of hace tiempo que no te veía, but it can be adjusted to hace tiempo que no sabía de ti, I haven't heard from you in a while. If the person you're talking to was sick or told you they were sick last time you spoke to them, you can ask, ¿Cómo sigues? ¿Cómo sigues? Seguir means to follow, but in this context, you're asking how the person is doing, if they're feeling any better or not. This question can also be asked if the person told you they're going through something difficult, like grieving or a breakup, etc. If it's about health, you can ask specifically about it, like, ¿Cómo está tu salud? How is your health? Again, it's important to pay attention to the context. You don't want to randomly ask this question to a healthy person you just met. It would be weird. ¿Qué hay de ti? How about you? If you're the person asked any of all of these questions above and you also want to know from the person who's asking, you say, ¿Qué hay de ti? How about you? Or you can just say the classic, ¿Y tú? Now, I don't know if this happens in other countries, but in Colombia, it's very common to ask people if they have already eaten as a sign that you care about them. It would be something like, ¿Ya comiste? Did you eat already or have you eaten already? And it fits any time of the day considering we eat around 3 times a day in normal conditions. Now let's see an example conversation. Hola. Hola, tiempo sin verte. ¿Cómo has estado? Todo bien. ¿Y tú? Bien, bien. ¿Cómo está tu familia? Todos están muy bien. ¿Y la señora Carmenza? Mi mamá está bien. Todo el tiempo me pregunta por ti. Ay, tan linda. ¿Y cómo va tu trabajo? Ay, vamos, no me quejo. ¿Qué tal tu nuevo perrito? Hermoso y juguetón. Oye, ahí viene mi Uber. Un gusto verte. Chao. Igualmente, chao, cuídate. Okay, so to wrap this up, remember, using a variety of ways to say something makes you look and sound more natural in the language you're speaking. Spanish is no exception. It's important to evaluate the context to know what to say. Listen to people around you so you can personalize your greetings according to the person you're talking to. And that was it for today's lesson. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Let me know if I missed any other ways to say how are you in Spanish. If you have heard of any of these ones I mentioned and you have an experience you want to share. Is it common in your country to ask, ¿Ya comiste? I want to know all about it. Thank you all for your support. It makes me really happy to see you're liking my content. So don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends and subscribe for more. Hasta la próxima!